Hello, Facebook friends and family, and good morning. It's been a while since I've been on here doing a video. As some of you may know, or most of you may know, I used to do videos almost every day, both coming to work and leaving work. I just felt like it's been a long time. At one point, I used to believe that I was a natural at this, but it's been so long now to where it don't seem natural anymore. It seems odd. It seems strange. But I felt like I owed my Facebook friends an opportunity to say hi and hello. I just wanted to say to all my Facebook friends and family that I miss you all. I hope you all are doing well in life. And I hope that you are well, blessed, prosperous, and productive, quite frankly. I've been very, very busy, obviously. I never looked at doing videos as time consumption, as interfering with anything that I was trying to do or trying to get. But the reality is I have been so busy just doing life. And life, as most of you all know, is tough, and it's hard, and it's challenging. And again, Facebook, I have no permission to play any of this background music to the extent that it can be heard. And I do not own any of this background music. But anyways, like I said, I have nothing but love, much love and respect for all of my Facebook friends and family who I don't hear from very often anymore. Some of you message me, and I try to get back with you. It used to be a time where if someone messaged me through Facebook Messenger, I was going to get back to you no matter what, because I felt like, quite frankly, I felt obligated. But the reality is, life has brought a lot of obligations and duties and responsibilities, which I've always had. I just have 10 times more. And I normally can't even find the time to get on here and interact, let alone do a live video. But anyways, I'm finally off of work. It's been a long week. I'm exhausted, as you probably can tell. I'm exhausted. I worked from 10:30 last night to 7 a.m. It's now 8:15 a.m. So I am tired. I got off at 7 a.m. My off day started 1 minute later, and I'm scheduled to be off until 10:30 p.m. Thursday night. But anyways, again, I'm glad to be back on here, and I hope that everyone's doing well. And for those that have reached out and tried to message me and I have not been able to get back to you, please don't take it personal. I value my friendships, to include my Facebook friends and family, and all my virtual relationships. And so I still feel it's important to make an effort to get back to people that message me on Facebook Messenger. And but to those of you that have messaged me that I have not gotten back, thank you. Thank you. For those that love and care for me or care about me, and for those of you that pray for me, thank you so much for all of your love and messages and prayers. And I ask that you continue to pray for me and my family, and my sweetheart, Danielle Taylor. Anyways, I do want to, I've got several bank accounts right now, but I have a bank account with a bank called Upgrade. It's a great bank, quite frankly, and I'm hoping that I can encourage some of you all to check it out. At the end of this video, once it's posted, I'm going to put a link to the bank called Upgrade. This online bank uses Coastal Community Bank. That's the bank that's actually the underlying bank that I'm promoting. I'm promoting this bank for several reasons. Excuse me one moment. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm promoting this bank for several reasons. It's probably one of the better financial institutions out there as far as online. Some of you all are not familiar with online banks or online financial institutions because you're used to the standard banks. I do have many bank accounts. Some of you all know that. I don't have a lot of money, nor have I claimed to have a lot of money, but I belong to a lot of banks, a lot of credit unions, and I have a lot of credit. A bank called Upgrade is probably one of the best online banks for several reasons. Okay, I lost connection some kind of way. It said I had a poor wireless connection. I don't know how I got 5G. Not only 5G, but 5G UC, which is supposed to be Ultra 5G. I don't know if any of you all know anything about that, but that's supposed to be fast. 5G is supposed to be fast enough, but 5G UC, yeah, that's supposed to be fast. Anyways, Facebook, I don't claim to have any permission, ownership of any of the music that's playing in the background, and I hope you all can hear me. But I'm encouraging those of you that call yourself my friend and family to get this bank account. It's a win-win. You get $100, quite frankly, if you sign up. That's free money. The account costs nothing to maintain. Most people that have a bank, unless they maintain a certain balance or have a certain amount of direct deposits, then they pay a monthly fee. Some of you all that have banks are paying monthly fees and don't even know it. I personally, I would be insane to pay somebody fees to maintain a bank account. To me, that's unacceptable. You know, I'm trying to make money, not lose money. And I'm not getting ready to put some money in somebody's bank and then pay them a monthly fee for them to hold my money that they're making interest off of. That's not going to happen. But anyways, again, I'm promoting. There's no secrets. I'm doing this video not only to say hello to my Facebook friends and family and tell you how much I miss you and appreciate all the love that you all have shown me over the weeks and months, but I am specifically trying to promote this Upgrade bank, online bank, and because it pays $100 for those that sign up, and it pays me $100. And can I use that $100? Well, you better believe it. I work hard trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, and I am an affiliated marketer, which means I promote and try to sell other people's products, and by doing that, they benefit, I benefit, and the person who buys the product benefits. It's a win-win situation. I never promote anything that I myself have not tried and love. This card, I don't think there's many people out there that can touch an account like the one I'm telling you about, because this account is going to pay you 2% cash back, 1 to 2% cash back, depending on what you're purchasing. And there's not many people that can tell you that they have a rewards checking account that pays cash back every time they swipe their debit card. Most cash back platforms or programs are connected with a credit card, which I have many, and every major credit card. And quite frankly, I get cash back every single day. I run up hundreds of dollars worth of debt, quite frankly, credit card debt. But I don't pay a penny in credit card interest, and I don't carry a monthly balance because my bank pays up my entire monthly balance each and every month at a point where no interest accrues. So I don't get penalized. A lot of people are afraid of credit cards, quite frankly, because a lot of you don't know how to use them. I use credit cards because it allows me to spend somebody else's money and yet make some money and yet not spend a penny in interest. That's a win-win situation. For somebody like me, using my own money or spending cash is almost foolishness. I carry small amounts of cash. I almost never use it because I don't benefit from using my own money. But if I spend the bank's money, I get cash back, and I make some money off the bank's money. So it's a win-win situation for me. Everybody can't handle credit like that. I have promoted credit cards here on Facebook, and some of you have signed up. Some of you that have good credit to excellent credit. Normally, if I'm promoting a credit card, you have to have good to excellent credit, and a lot of you don't have any credit, and some of you have bad credit, and some of you have no credit. And obviously, if you're in one of those three categories, you're probably not going to be eligible for any other credit cards that I have promoted or may continue to promote. But right now, what I'm promoting is not a credit card, but a bank account. Technically, this is not a bank. Their disclaimers will tell you that. But for all practical purposes, it is a bank because it uses Coastal Community Bank. And they will give you cash back if you open this account. You make 3 Visa card purchases, which could be small purchases, I'm assuming. And then you're going to be eligible for the $100 bonus. What's sweet about this deal, this is one of the few accounts that you can have for free. There's no monthly fees. There's no minimum balance. And there's not very many local banks that is going to... one of my major banks that I'm with right now is called Chase. Some of you all are familiar with Chase. Some of you all are not. And I don't pay any monthly interest with my Chase account because I maintain a minimum daily balance of at least $1,500. Probably most people don't do that. $1,500 is not a lot of money, but a lot of people still don't have that amount of money to maintain in anybody's account, and therefore they have to pay monthly fees. But that's just one example. It's not just a minimum balance. Sometimes it's also, do you have any direct deposits and what amount are they? And I have promoted Chase at some point to different people. I'm not promoting that bank right now. Right now, I'm promoting Upgrade. I encourage you all to go to my Facebook page and look at some of the 2 recent postings that I posted about this Upgrade account that I'm telling you about. And I have a link there where if you touch that link, it will take you to Upgrade, and it will tell you what I'm trying to tell you now, that you will get 2% cash back for buying gas. If I'm not mistaken, for buying groceries, you'll get 1% for buying everything else. Again, the details will be spelled out if you hit the link. Obviously, if you get this account without using my link, you're not going to make a penny, and I'm not going to make a penny. And yes, you can open up this account by bypassing me, but guess what? That means you get nothing. You get nothing and I get nothing. But if you use my link, you get $100 and I get $100. And why would you not do that if you can get a free $100 and give me $100? Could I use $100 right now? You better believe it. And that's why I'm doing this video. To the extent that I'm able to download this video, I'm going to try to post it to YouTube, because I'm trying to make some money off of a great bank that pays you cash back every time you swipe your Visa card. Most people that know anything about getting cash back associated cash back with credit cards, because normally if you got a cash back rewards credit card, you're going to get cash back when you swipe that card, no matter whether or not you got a checking account or a rewards checking account or not. This account that I'm promoting does not require a credit card, and it's called a reward checking. There's not many of those out here. Most banks are not set up to provide a rewards checking because they're trying to make money, and they make less money on rewards checking. Some of them have determined, apparently, because they don't do that. They don't offer that service. I belong to a lot of credit unions and a lot of banks, and some of the biggest. Arguably, USAA is the biggest bank in not only the United States, but maybe even the world, arguably. And that's one of my major banks. And it's a great bank, and anybody can't get that. If you're not a veteran, a military veteran, a spouse of a military veteran, some type of close family member of a military veteran, you're probably never going to get an account like that. And there's a lot of credit unions that I belong to, or, well, I'm not going to use the word a lot, I'm going to use the word several, that it's the same conditions. If you're not military connected in some kind of way, whether a veteran, whether an active duty service member, whether a prior family member that was in the service, some type of connection, you're probably not going to be eligible for those accounts. But there's other exceptions. Sometimes if you belong to certain memberships or willing to pay a small fee to be in certain memberships, you can be accepted in some of these organizations or credit unions and get some other benefits. But again, I'm strongly encouraging my Facebook friends and family, those of you who call yourself my friend, especially those of you that don't have a bank account, to try this, to try to click on one of my links, and you'll find it on my page, Facebook page. I have recently, in the past 48 hours, maybe 72 hours, I don't know, I've made 2 postings where I talk about the same account that I'm talking about now. And all you have to do is barely touch the link. It's going to take you to this bank that I'm promoting, and it's going to tell you about the cash back. It's going to tell you about the $100 bonus. And again, not only will you get $100 and I get $100, but then if you turn around, once you sign up, become a member, make your deposit, make your 3 debit card purchases, you can now do the same thing. You can refer your friends and family, and guess what? They're now going to get $100, and so are you. You know, I have found that where I work, for the first time, I'm realizing that there's a lot of people that don't have bank accounts. I've always assumed that everybody has a bank account, but they don't. And there's some people that are not eligible for a bank account. I never really knew that. I always thought anybody could get a bank account and anybody was eligible for a bank account, but that's not true. And some of you may not be eligible to get this account, depending on what your type of record is, or what your past is, and what kind of credit. I don't know. They don't run a credit check. I do know that, because if they would have ran a credit check, I would not have applied. You have what you call a hard pull, which is a hard inquiry. That's a credit check. To the extent that a credit check is ran, it's called a soft inquiry. Soft inquiry is something that does not go against you. I just recently, as we speak, became a member of Lake Michigan Credit Union. Again, I didn't technically need this bank or credit union because I'm a member of several credit unions and banks, and I've got money in all of them, even though it's not very much. But I wanted to be a member for several reasons. This particular credit union offers interest rates on their checking accounts that are pretty extraordinarily high. Rarely do you find a checking account or even a savings account. Not many of you can claim to have accounts, even those of you that got a lot of money, that pay 3% or more interest on your money. That's pretty sweet. When you can open up a checking or a savings account and get 3% interest paid in dividends monthly, yeah, that's very, very rare. And this one of these credit unions I just opened up allows that, and that's why I opened it up. I'm not promoting that bank because they don't pay me for promoting them. And I'm only promoting banks and financial institutions that pay me and pay you and pay us, and we all benefit. So I'm not promoting that. I'm just giving you an example of why I opened up this new account when I've already got several other accounts, because I like some of the other benefits it offers. It offers better CD rates. You know, I'm interested in buying certificates of deposits. And I'm interested in investing. Someone asked how I'm doing. I'm doing great. Other than being exhausted. I'm exhausted because I've worked all night from 10:30 p.m. until 7 a.m. and I still haven't made it home. I'm out buying lottery tickets. I spend hundreds of dollars on the lottery, which is insane. I don't encourage anybody to spend the kind of money I spend on lottery. Not only do I spend a lot of money on lottery online, but I spend a lot in store, and I spend hundreds. I'm known for buying $300-400 worth of tickets at once in store and playing $100 to $200 worth of tickets online, and that's insane. Obviously, I can't sustain that on a daily basis because I don't have that kind of money right now. Now I'm trying to make up for losses, quite frankly, through doing what I'm doing now, stuff like this, affiliated marketing, trying to sell products that are not necessarily produced or created by myself, but by others. Anyways, I don't own the rights to any of the music that's playing in the background. I don't have any permission to play any of the music that I have in the background. I hope I'm not in this guy's way because he's looking at me really, really crazy. But I'm at a gas station and they don't have really real parking, so people kind of just park anywhere and then they get a pump. So, wow, he's really close. Whew. Glad he didn't hit me because I don't want no smoke. So I am finally off work, but anyways, I work 10:30 to 7 a.m. It's now, 8:32, and I'm still up and about, haven't been home. But I was determined that I'm going to do this video. So far, I've got 5 people that are interested in this account, and they started to sign up. I know that because the app tells you how many people are being processed right now. So 5 people so far have been convinced that this is a great thing, a great product. And if it wasn't a great product, I wouldn't be promoting it. I use this. I'm making a lot of money because I spend a lot of money, but I get cash back every time I swipe this debit card. I personally don't like using debit cards because I have credit cards that I get paid for using. So, but like I said, since this was some free money, I felt like, you know what? Am I in your way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll move.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll move. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All righty.
All right.
I gotta move. Wow, that's never happened before. This guy got out of his van and went to complain to the manager, and I said, hey, I wrote it on one. I said, hey, if you want me to move, I'll move. You know, I didn't know he might be a delivery guy. His vehicle doesn't identify that, or obviously I would have moved automatically. But I'm surprised that he didn't approach me like a man and just say, hey, look, can you move? I just said, oh, no problem. But anyways, I'm moving. I offered to move. I didn't wait for somebody to tell me to move. I mean, I've got a little sense, and I treat people like I want to be treated. And I'm trying to stay out of the way. I'm not blocking any pumps. It's not like they got parking spots everywhere. But anyways, I'm moving out of the way. I'm going to park a few minutes because I do want to finish this video without being rushed. I don't do videos very often. So I felt like the least I can do is finish this video. And again, I'm encouraging those of you to try this account. Even if you got a bank account, it can't hurt. It can't hurt to get another account. You know, there's no limit on how many banks you have or how many banks you can get. Like I said, I've got several banks. I can't even count them all, to be honest with you. And so anyway, I've moved out of the way. I'm in here running the air conditioner, which is pretty expensive. You all know gas is expensive. But anyways, I've moved my vehicle, and I apologize for any inconvenience that I've caused anyone, because I'm a peacemaker, not a troublemaker, and I'm not trying to interfere with anybody's productivity, because that's not a good thing. But again, I would very much appreciate it, those of you that would try this account. And yes, it will help and benefit me, because if you try this account and you like it, and you will like it, because if you like money, you will like the account, because it pays you money every time you swipe your debit card, not to mention the nice, sweet $100 bonus it gives you when you sign up. And it's a win-win. Your money's protected by the FDIC, which is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Not sure what that stands for completely, but it's crystal clear that that particular branch of government protects all monies that's deposited in banks that are protected by the United States government. So, and that's insurance is up to $250,000, just like any local bank. Your money is insured up to $250,000. That's my understanding. I think if you do the research on that, you will conclude that I'm telling you right. FDIC insured up to $250,000. That tends to be the standard for any financial organization here in America. And again, for those of you who are my friends and family and who want to support my pursuit of happiness and my pursuit of earning some money, some income, some honest income, then I encourage you to sign up for this upgrade financial money account that will benefit you, your family, and your children. Again, not only will you get $100 for signing up and swiping your debit card for 3 times, but to the extent that you then further promote or refer your friends and family, guess what? You're going to get another $100, and they're going to get $100. That's win-win. That's the American way. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm trying all these ways to make some extra money online. I'm watching all these YouTube videos, how to make such amount of money this day and the next day, and how to make $200 a day and $300 a day. And I'm thinking, you know what? That's all good and dandy, but that requires a lot of research and a lot of energy. This is an account that I already have. So it's a lot easier to promote something that you already have and already working for you. So again, I encourage you, friends and family, get this upgrade account. Get it sooner rather than later. You will like it. You will appreciate the fact that Joseph Taylor, your Facebook friend and family, referred you to this account, and now you're making money on money that's probably been sitting somewhere and not making a penny. For those of you that keep up with the economy, my understanding right now, inflation is really, really high. Some people say 8-point-something%. According to the Treasury bond, the Treasury branch of government, it says that their I-bonds, Treasury bonds, are paying 9.6.2% interest based upon inflation. So that means they've already determined that inflation is at least 8%, if not higher, and they're willing to offer I-bonds in the amount that pay an amount of interest and dividends at a interest rate of 9.62. That's pretty high. There's those of you that, some of you have a lot of money that's just sitting in a bank and sitting in a savings account. That sounds smart, but when inflation is between 8% and 9.62%, that means that money that's sitting in that account has lost that much in value. You know, it's that your dollar has lost 8 to 9.62% in value because of inflation. So why would you not take that money, if given an opportunity, out of that pot and putting it somewhere else where it can gain some interest? I've got another account. I'm not promoting it because they're not paying me, but it's called a wealth building account. It pays 4%. 4% is a lot of interest when you consider that almost no savings and checking account pays that much. So my money that's been sitting in accounts, and I do have accounts where money's been sitting that's given me almost no interest, for instance, like 0.06% or 0.6%, which is considered a lot for purposes of a savings account. But for me, that's no money. And I got to thinking, I'm not getting ready to sit back, even though I don't have a lot of money, and let my money sit in a savings account or a bank account where I'm not only am I not really making no meaningful interest, but that my money is losing value because of inflation. So I've taken my money and moved it. And I don't have a lot of money. I've moved it into this account. This is just one of many accounts, because now they're paying me 4% interest and they're paying me dividends. Now, there might be banks out there that might pay a little more. I ain't quite found them yet. Well, don't get me wrong, I have found them that pay a little bit more, but then there's other hoops and hurdles you got to jump through, such as you got to swipe your credit card or your debit card so many times a month. Well, already that's a hindrance for me, because I ain't trying to use debit cards. I'm trying to use credit cards, because these credit cards company, let me try again. I ain't trying to use debit cards if I don't have to, because it's the credit cards that I promote and push that are paying me every time I use their card. So for me, in my house, it's more advantageous for me to spend credit than it is for me to spend other things. Definitely not cash, because I can't make no money off of coming out of my pocket and spending my own dollar, because no one's going to give me cash back on that, and nobody's going to give me interest on it. So that's insane. Again, I'm not saying you all are insane if that's how you conduct your finances, but I'm just telling you, from what I know and according to what I understand, that for me that would be stupid, because I'm spending money that I ain't making money on. Why not spend someone else's money if you can make money on it, and do it in a way to where you still don't pay a penny interest? Most people say, oh, that's crazy. Credit cards, you got to pay something. Ain't nothing free. Well, it's free to me because I pay the entire statement balance, which means if you pay the entire statement balance on credit cards, you never pay, and you do it on time, you never pay a penny interest. So obviously I got these cards because I don't have to pay a penny interest, and I get paid every time I swipe the cards, and I get, not to mention the bonuses I get for signing up and getting these cards. And then some of those cards allow me to turn around now and refer that card to you, and now you get yet another bonus, and so do I. And again, I'm not promoting those cards right now on this particular video. I'll say that for another video, but right now what I'm promoting is upgrade checking account, which is connected to the debit card that will pay you $100 to open up this account. For recap, and it will pay once you make those 3 debit card purchases, and it will give you cash back each and every time you swipe and you make a purchase. And that cash back is 1 to 2%, as I understand it, primarily 2%. Again, for details, go to those 2 recent postings that I posted on Facebook. Click on the link that I provided. Obviously, you can get these accounts without using my link, but then guess what? You get no money, and I get no money. And why would you do that? Especially if you say you are my friend and my family. Why would you not want to benefit me? And while benefit me, you benefit yourself. And if you like this account, guess what? You're going to turn around and say, hey, girlfriend, get this account, get this money, because it's working for me and I'm getting this money. So that's all I'm saying. So again, Facebook friends and family, I'm encouraging you all, please get the upgrade account, and please sign up sooner rather than later. For those of you that love me, that care about me, that pray for me, that message me, and otherwise reach out to me, thank you so much for your love, for your friendship. May you continue to love me and appreciate me and care about me and message me, because I'm going to continue to try to do the same. I don't want to make this video any longer. Again, it's been a long time since I've been on this platform, so I'm kind of rusty. I don't feel as natural as I used to feel, but I felt like I had a great product that I wanted to promote. And if I didn't make a penny off of this, which of course I want to, it would still be a great product. Why? Because it pays you. It doesn't have any monthly fees. Most checking accounts, I think I can safely say that, even the big ones require. I'm with Chase. That's one of the biggest banks here in Louisville, and probably in many states. But they have fees. I don't pay them, and the fees are waived in my case for several reasons. I've already mentioned some of them. Some of which are I don't have. I maintain a certain balance. One of the conditions are if you maintain $1,500 average daily balance, then obviously you don't pay any monthly fees. If I were to drop $1 below that, of course I'm not, because I got much more in the bank than that. But I'm just saying, I'm just using that for an example. That's one of the examples of why I don't have to pay the fee that a lot of people have to pay, because I maintain a certain balance. And then that's not the only caveat or condition. You got a condition like, well, if you make a direct deposit, in what amount? A lot of banks require at least a $500 a month direct deposit to keep you from paying what you call fees or monthly service fees. So this account, again, that I'm promoting has no fees. So it's a win-win. And it pays you cash back, and it pays you a bonus for signing up. So again, win-win. I win, you win. You win again if you promote it to your friends and they sign up. Win-win. I don't know what else to say other than it's getting hot in this car, and I'm gonna turn this air on. Again, the music that's playing in the background, I don't own it to the extent that you all can hear the music. I don't have permission to play this music, so you're supposed to say that for purposes of copyright, but that don't stop Facebook from blocking you if they think that you're stealing or using somebody's music or product without permission. But again, I hope you all are doing well. For those that still reach out to me, thank you, to the extent that you're reaching out with me with the intent of continuing the friendship that we've built over the months and over the years. And I hope everyone is doing all right. Feel free to reach out and say hello to both me and Danielle. We both still work hard every day like Hebrew slaves. As I used to always say, I work hard trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. I mean, and that's some real stuff. Everyone knows that, most of you know that things are really, really expensive now. Inflation is really, really high. The stock market has crashed, as I understand it. People are unsure. Should I invest in the stock market? Should I invest in bonds? Should I invest in mutual funds? Should I invest in CDs? Should I not invest in anything? Like I said, I don't claim to be a financial guru, but I will say this. If I haven't learned anything, the safest thing you can do right now, for those of you, to include myself, who am particularly afraid of investing in stocks and bonds right now, the safest course right now, if you have determined I'm not doing stocks and bonds right now, the stock market is too low, it's not rising consistently, is to at least think about I-bonds. I-bonds, it's a win-win situation if you're willing to say, hey, look, my money, if you want to let your money set for a certain period of time, You can get up to 9.6.2% interest right now from the Treasury Department. That's the federal branch of government. Branch, it's not a branch of government, but it's a federal agency that will guarantee this certain amount of money if you're willing to let your money sit there. 9.62% interest is good money. It's not a stock. It's not a bond. If I'm not mistaken, they call them securities. But at least your money is not losing value. If you got money just sitting in a bank account that pays little to no interest, like most of you, your money just loses value. Yeah, you're bragging, I got savings, I saved all this up, but what does it matter if you save $100,000, but then you go to take it $100,000 out of the bank, it's only worth $50,000. So to me, it's insane to let money just sit in an account when you could be making money and interest off of it. So that's all I'm doing. I'm basically moving money around. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I've never claimed to be, but I do got common sense. And I do understand the concept of money setting and not gaining value, as opposed to putting money somewhere where it not only sets, but it gains value. The bank's getting value. Your money's sitting there, they're getting paid interest off of it, and they're investing using your money. Why not make some money on your own money if you can? That's all I'm trying to do. And like I said, I'm learning. I don't know much about the stock market. I don't claim, because I'm new at the game. I spend way too much on the lottery, hundreds of dollars, but I've determined that I've made some bad decisions. I'm now 59. I just turned 59 recently, and I can't retire no time soon. I have no 401k that I've been paid in for years and years and years, so that means that I've got to get my money another way. And that's why I'm willing to invest large amounts of money into the lottery, even though I know statistically, and I don't encourage nobody to spend their money on the lottery. I'm told almost every day that with the money you spend on the lottery, you could have made so much more in the stock market. I'm sure of it, but that requires a lot of investigation and risk. There's risk there too. There's no guarantees even in the stock market. And that's been proven, or the stock market right now wouldn't be where it's at. The market has basically crashed, as I understand it. So that means that somebody lost some money. A whole lot of people lost some money. You know what I'm saying? So there's risk in anything, even those that got 401ks. That's risky because they're investing in stocks and bonds and mutual funds. The good thing about them, presumably, they have what you call a diverse portfolio where they don't focus on just one type of security or bond or mutual fund, but they diversify, or they spread it around. But still, they're a risk. They're not guarantees. The only guarantees in life right now, and that's to the extent that you believe that the United States government will never fail or can't fail, is I-bonds. You buy an I-bond with the United States government, as long as the government don't default, which most of us know is not likely, you're guaranteed whatever they're promising you when you buy that I-bond. And 9.62% interest rates right now on an I-bond by the federal government, that's pretty sweet. Obviously, if you're invested in the stock market and you got a great stock and that stock keeps rising, then of course you're going to make much more than that. But at least you know your money is not just sitting in a bank account somewhere, in a checking account that's paying little to no interest, when it can be sitting in a bond or a high interest, high yield checking or savings. And they're out there because I got them. I just applied and got approved just today for Lake Michigan Credit Union. They pay 10%. I'm sorry, 4%. I'm sorry, 3%. Again, that's not a lot, but it's higher than probably 99 or 95% to 99% of the banks and credit and savings accounts out there. But anyways, again, I'm promoting none of that. I'm promoting the upgrade account. Please click on my link that you find on my last two postings where I'm promoting the upgrade account. Use my link. If you use my link, you will get a $100 bonus, and you will be able to swipe your debit card, make free purchases, and you will qualify for $100, and you will love this account. I promise you. You will love it, and you will love it so much you will pass it on to your friends and family, and if they love it and they get it, you are going to get yet another $100, and they're going to get $100 on top of that. Again, to the extent that my music is playing on Facebook in the background, I have no permission to play that music, nor do I have any ownership. And Zola Fields, thank you for watching. Glenda Corey, thank you so much for watching. Alberta Nana Ama, Thank you for watching. And Chanel Snyder. I ain't gonna try the middle name because I always mess it up and embarrass myself. So I'm not gonna try that. So I'm gonna say Chanel Snyder. Hello and good morning to all of you all. And I hope you all are doing well, as I have said several times already. And until we chat again. Oh, before I say that, if you all have any questions, please feel free to inbox me. Because obviously if you got questions and you don't get them answered, you might be less likely to buy this product. And obviously you don't buy this product, I don't benefit, and you don't benefit, and nobody else benefits. Because if I benefit and you benefit, we can benefit others. And this is a good, solid product, and I feel good about it. So far I've gotten 5 people. At work, you gotta be careful at work when you're promoting anything, obviously in the workplace. Because in most workplaces, you're not supposed to solicit. So you have to be very careful. At the same time, workplaces, they solicit from you in so many ways. They promote their favorite credit unions and their favorite 401k plan. So they do it too. But you have to be careful. There's a fine line and a fine balance. But I was determined at work today before I got off that I was going to come home and do a video. I didn't make it home. Instead, I'm sitting out here in the rain at a gas station where I just bought many dollars worth of lottery tickets. I'm trying to win at least 100,000 plus. That's not a lot of money. Statistically, that's why I would never encourage the lottery. I'm more likely and you're more likely to be struck by lightning not 1 time, but probably about 10 times. And you know even how rare it is to be struck by lightning once. You're more likely to be struck by lightning not only once, but 5 or more times than to win any major lottery. So I already know the odds are against me, but I also know that I'm at the age now where it's too late. It's too late to retire anytime soon. So, and I have no children, and my mate has grown children. So I feel like, you know what, we both work like Hebrew slaves. We work hard trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. We can stand throwing more money to the wind. And that's what it is right now. To me, it's insane. It's reckless spending. It's throwing money to the wind. But obviously, if we win, it'll be a whole different picture. And I do want to pay off my condo that I recently purchased 2 years ago. And I'm not going to be at peace until I know that I own this condo outright. Yes, it's mine technically, because I'm financing it. And most of you don't own your homes. That's facts. Most people in America do not own their homes, as I understand it. That's real. But for those that do, that's a blessing. God bless a child that has his or her own. And that's all I want to do, is have my own. Yes, that belongs to me, but I want it to be paid for. And then I want to be able to pass it on as a legacy. A lot of us don't pass on nothing to our offspring, especially us black folks, African Americans, people of color. We are the worst when it comes to a failure to leave a legacy, to leave an inheritance to those that come behind us, to our kids. And a lot of that, there's a lot of reasons for a lot. A lot of times we ain't got nothing. We struggling trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, living from paycheck to paycheck. We don't have extra. You know, right now I maintain many life insurance policies, and those are not free. You know, they take a lot of money out of my checks each month to maintain these policies. No one's ever done that for me. I do that because I have those that I love and care for, and I want them to benefit from my death. A lot of people said, oh, that's terrible. You shouldn't even talk about that. That's what's wrong with us. We don't talk about stuff that's going to happen. My stepfather just passed away. Not very many people seen that coming. I went to the VA hospital, called my sister and said, he's going to die. And I've never been around somebody that I thought was going to die. You know, I love this man. Even though there's no bloodline, there's no biological connection. But I saw this man who I love, even though he's my stepfather. And we've never been close. But I feel like he loved and took care of my mom. So I love him. If I didn't have any other reason to love him, I love him because he was a king to my mother, who is a queen. And he took care of her even when she developed Alzheimer's and dementia like she has now. He took care of her all the way up. And no one would have dreamed that he would pass before her. But he did. You know, so there's no guarantees in life. None. And my understanding is he had no life insurance policies in place, and he made a lot of money, and he was very successful in the military. And just think if he would have had just a small policy like the one I've got many of them, but one of my policies pays $250,000. That means that, and that's what I think, that's what, $250,000. That means if I die, somebody gets $250,000. What's wrong with that? Why shouldn't they be able to benefit? If you're my wife or my girl or my lady or my domestic partner and you put up with me, you deserve to benefit if something happens to me, if I should pass, if I should die. You deserve to drive this nice car and have all 3 of my motorcycles and have my condo and go to the bank and grab you $250,000. You deserve that. So yeah, but I make a sacrifice. That means I got to give up a big chunk of my check each month to maintain that policy. But that's my way of saying thank you. Anybody can say I love you, but love to me is an action word. If you love me but you don't make no provisions for me and you don't provide for me, I used to think that I wasn't a provider. We grew up in a society where men are forced to be providers. The reality is most people know that most of that was 70s stuff, when the government gave out GI bonds, gave out grants and GI bills to certain people, and the government did a lot for the middle class to give them a safety net to where the man could say, look, honey, you ain't gotta work because I'm the man and I'm gonna bring home the bacon. The reality is the government was helping you bring home that bacon. So a woman could stay home and play Susie Homemaker, and a guy could be the provider. But it's not like that now, and y'all know that the man and the woman have to both produce, and they got to work they got to work like dogs, like Hebrew slaves. And a lot of them, to include myself, absent a major win from the lot, I got to work till I fucking die. And you think I like that? No. I'm 59 now. Everything hurts. Back hurts, feet hurt. So I want someone to benefit from my death. So if you're my wife, if you're my girlfriend, if you're my domestic partner, and something should happen to me, yes, I want you to benefit. I want you to have $250,000, $250,000 or more. You deserve that by being with me and putting up with me. So I do try to provide like that. To me, that's what makes me a provider. I've never felt like that because I felt like I didn't make enough money. But the reality is, if you're providing and making provisions for somebody upon your death, you're a provider. I'm just now starting to realize I am a provider. I've always dummied myself down and not felt like I was good enough because I didn't make enough money where I can take care of a woman. The reality is most Americans, especially men of color, we can barely take care of our damn self, let alone trying to take care of somebody else. But I make up for that by providing. Make sure you got proper accounts set up, savings, checkings, and make sure you have, if you don't have a retirement, that you have life insurance policies in place where at the very least you benefit from my death. And I think you should. That's not a sin. That's not a crime. There's nothing wrong with somebody benefiting. I wish the guy, my stepfather, had a life insurance policy. That would have meant, guess what? Now my mother, who's experiencing Alzheimer's and dementia, and someone has to take care of her, would have $250,000 to $1 million, depending on how big of a policy you bought, to play with to take care of our mom. They've had policies, but they never kept them going. They borrowed against them, and a lot of people, they'll start a policy, but they fail to keep them up. They fall on hard times and stop paying on them, and then everything you paid until then, you've lost. And yes, you've got what you call whole life policies that you can borrow against, but whole life policies are sometimes double to 3 times as much as a term life. I don't have whole life policies for several reasons. If you buy a whole life policy at my age, I'm an old man, 59, you're going to pay so many $100s to where it's not going to be worth it. And most people don't make that kind of money to start paying a full whole life policy at my age. Now, had I done that at an early age, yes, that would have been a sweet deal. So right now I have term life policies, for 20 years. Technically, let's say I lived for 20 years. I'm now 60 or 59. You might as well round that out, say 60. Add 20 to that, 60, 70, 80. So, and then those term policies, when you reach a certain age, they start dropping the amount that they're going to give you. So, my term life policy is pretty expensive, but just think if it was a whole life, it would be double plus because of my age. Now, obviously, if you're a younger person, half my age, you could probably get a great deal even now on a whole life policy. A lot of these videos on YouTube talk about how you can be your own bank and how you can borrow against your life policy. Well, they don't specify what policy they're talking about, but if they break it down, they're talking about a whole life policy. And most people my age, that's not going to happen because they don't have that kind of money. But anyways, again, that's a whole nother issue. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting right now financial stability. If that means opening up an account, a checking account that can benefit you, give you cash back, give you a bonus, it's a win-win. Make your dollar worth as much as it can, especially in an economy like we're in, where your money, and we're in inflation, where your money is devalued and the dollar is smaller than it should be. I'm tired. Obviously, I'm exhausted. I said a lot of these things over and over again. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but again, I encourage you to reach out, get these policies, or not get these policies, get this bank upgrade. Click on my link. Eventually, when I post this video, I'm going to put a link on this video as well, where you can just click there and sign up using my link. If you sign up using this link, they're going to give you $100, and they're going to give me $100. But anyways, again, thanks for watching. For those that love me, pray for me, and care for me, and message me, thank you for all of your love, and may you continue to do so. And I'm going to get out of here, and until we chat again, bye-bye for now, and I will see you all later, and may each and every one of you continue to be blessed, prosperous, and productive. Have a blessed day. Friends, always, Joseph.
It's like the jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.